If you're thinking of rebuilding your engines, one of the first things you're going to need to find is a reputable machine shop that specializes in air-cooled engines. This video is intended to give you a basic idea of some of the things a machine shop is going to do. It all begins here with the bead blaster. A bit better than sandblasting, the bead blaster is kinder to the surface of metal when it is used. Paint, oil, dirt, and grime are no match for a bead blaster. It is simply amazing how parts that are completely covered with grime exit the bead blaster looking like they came out new from the factory. In order to properly assess the condition of parts, they must be completely clean. Valve guides need to be measured by very specific tools to see if they're within their wear tolerances. The valve guides are removed from the heads by threading them, then inserting a cap screw into them. The screw and the valve guide can then be pulled from the head. Old and new valve guides are placed side by side here for comparison. In many cases, the valve guide design and materials used over the years has improved. In particular, the valve guides from the 2.7-liter motors used from 74 and 77 were often known to wear out after only about 60,000 miles. New advances in materials can increase that wear time up to 250,000 miles or more. The heads are machined on a special jig that is aligned to cut the valve seats to match the valves exactly. A special cutting tool cuts the angle of the seats while the machine holds the heads aligned to the inner bore of the valve guide. The tool used for grinding the valve seat is made of a special steel and is ground to reflect the desired profile and angle of the seats. Used valves can usually be reused if there is enough material on the edge for a regrind. The valve on the left is a brand new one. The one on the right doesn't have enough material left on its edge for another regrind. Intake valves can usually be used again with no problem. But the exhaust valves should only be used once unless they are the more expensive sodium fills ones. These exhaust valves dissipate heat much better than plain stainless steel ones and thus have a longer life. Here are two valves who have seen better days. The valve on the left has been ground so thin that its edge has cracked off. The valve on the right came from an engine that exhibited signs of the valve getting too hot. If the seat and the valve don't meet and mount perfectly, then hot spots will build up in the valve, causing cracks like the one in this valve. The process of regrinding a valve is performed on a special valve grinder that can be set to match the angle of the valve to the angle of the valve seat. The honing machine places a crisscross pattern on the inside of the cylinders and helps the rings seat and also helps keep the compression high. Your best asset in rebuilding your engine is your machinist. Look for one that doesn't mind answering your questions. Beware of one that insists they know what's the best without explaining to you why. Sometimes the cheapest machine shop isn't always the best bet either. Try to find one that takes pride in their work. Ask around, as stories of bad shops tend to spread quite easily from the mouths of disgruntled customers. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out another video in this series.